What's going on, everybody? Simple back at it like I'm checking my height today. We are going to check out one of the channels that I have been following since way before I actually started this channel. It's called Be Amazed. Such a good channel. If you guys have never heard of it, I don't know how the hell it hasn't popped up in your recommendations, or I'm telling you, go and check out this channel. Alright, make sure you guys go support this creator if you enjoy this content because they make a ton more content. It's not all just based on like this specific subject, you know what I'm saying? But it's all like really cool stuff, and it's definitely amazing, like his name says. So definitely make sure you guys check him out. Yeah, let's get right into this. Photos that will make you lose all hope in humanity. Let's go.
Not everybody can be smart all the time, but occasionally we see things so facepalm worthy, you really have to question how far humanity has really
love
come.
these videos.
From ridiculous
I love
design
these
fails to
videos.
mind-boggling naivety. Here are some photos that'll make you lose all hope.
Like, shout out to how much effort goes into these, because like it just seems like a bunch of photos and talking, but there's like a lot of editing and stuff which you guys don't get here. You know what I mean? These are all one take videos. Like you'll never see a clip point, I guess I could say. Shout out to this dude for doing all of this research and putting all of this time and effort into these. These are awesome.
In humanity.
Excuse me.
It's important for public places to have disabled access facilities so no one is disadvantaged. But I'm not sure this restaurant thought their disabled toilet
Oh my
through all
gosh,
the way.
the stairs.
Not only are there stairs leading up to the door, but it doesn't look wide enough for a wheelchair anyway.
How would
Bad
you even
parking
open
is
the
hardly
door anyway?
uncommon,
Oh my
but
gosh.
this photo defies all logic. Not
Why do
one,
people? You know what's funny? People do that around here all the time. They'll buy like a Mustang brand new off the lot, and then they'll go take up like 3 car spaces with like, and they do it on purpose just so that nobody can park near them. That's all it is. Just because they think nobody will, hit their car or park near them, might dent it, scratch it, whatever. And I totally understand. But like, that's why you have insurance. At least here in America, that's why you have insurance. Like,
2 or 3, but a total of 4 drivers have decided to ignore the designated bays by parking.
not to mention, the cars built nowadays are only meant to last a couple of years. I guess keep it nice as long as you can, right? Treat your stuff well, it'll treat you well. We'll see how long that lasts.
Parking horizontally rather than vertically. Maybe the drivers are all friends who arrived in a convoy and just decided to copy one another, or there's really no hope. Dietary requirements can be difficult to manage when you're not preparing food for yourself,
here
so
we go.
clearly labeled allergy warnings are a must. But what's going on with this cookie? This label is a total
product
dilemma
contains
for
gluten.
anyone
Okay.
gluten-free, and it might just be the riskiest cookie of your life. Children's books are pretty straightforward. Fewer words, more colors.
How did it ever get
Nothing
by
too complicated, right?
production,
Take
though?
a
That's
look
the
at
real
this
question.
counting book using bananas to teach the number 5. Except there's 6
Oops.
bananas there, making this one confusing bedtime story.
Yes.
Long flights are stressful enough without having to put up with someone like this. Just when you thought you were about to settle into a relaxing movie, this infuriating mass of hair appears, and God forbid she falls asleep, or you'll have to part the hair like curtains just to see. If that scenario seemed bad enough, just imagine it on a larger scale, like what these poor moviegoers had to endure.
What is that
No one
thing?
wants their memory of a movie to be tainted by a giant helicopter-shaped silhouette covering half the screen. Too bad her parents.
Why
It's
would
worth
they-
taking extra toilet paper with you to public places in case of emergency, especially when people like this exist.
What?
I can't even
Why
begin
would you
to
do that?
imagine what scenario could require such an extravagant use of
That was some little a-hole kid is what happened.
paper, but the perpetrator
mall.
should be ashamed. Most office workers will know that certain lunch foods like egg or tuna are a no-go in communal kitchens. But one man took this a step further by microwaving ghost pepper popcorn. The potent fumes caused co-workers to evacuate with watering eyes and burning
Oh my
nostrils, and a sign
gosh.
on the offending microwave warns people of the potential repercussions. It literally states that your eyes, throat, and food will burn if you use it again. So thanks a lot, Ghost Pepper Dude. Some people dream of a
Wow.
beach wedding, but in reality, tying the knot in a public place does come with its own risk factors. One couple attempted to prevent randomers from accidental gate crashing by taping the venue off. But that didn't stop this lady from appearing in the background of the final photos anyway.
She's just
It must be
swimming.
awkward to be upstaged by a disapproving old lady in a blue swimsuit on your big day.
Can't get in by land,
It's
can't
important
fly,
to be
so I'm
vigilant while
swimming
shopping to avoid falling victim to false advertising. But how can you spot something this sneaky? The box advertises 150 pieces, but what you don't know is that only 75 of those pieces are markers,
Wow.
while the rest are stickers conveniently hidden beneath the big label on top. Not only that, but most of these markers are the same color, making this a total ripoff.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, we aren't limited on options when it comes to cards for all occasions, but something isn't quite right about this selection of Father's Day cards. Whoever okayed these designs has ignored one glaring omission. Not one of these beloved kids' characters has a father. In fact, they were all killed.
Oh my
But
gosh.
Happy Father's Day anyway!
Oh my
Some
gosh.
people seem to enjoy creating unique solutions to problems which could be easily fixed. After filling designated tea and coffee jars wrong,
What?
one mother decided
Now, why? That's like that video that we have up. Yeah, where's the number of 45? The guy bought the number 40 for the Craigslist video where he bought the 54 and he's like, yeah, I can't flip them around. I just gotta go buy the right numbers.
to relabel the containers rather than just emptying them and starting again. The puzzling new labels just add a whole new layer of confusion, if you
Yes.
ask me.
Absolutely.
Unfortunate mishaps often come from innocent intentions, but nothing could be more catastrophic than this devastating mix-up.
Oh, is that a
This
tortoise?
guy honestly thought he was saving the turtle's life.
No.
Only it was a land-dwelling tortoise instead. You can see the anticipation on that poor tortoise's face.
Yes.
If there's one thing humanity constantly gets wrong, it's how much damaging plastic packaging we use on unnecessary products like these collectible toys, for example. Some things really take the cake though, like these boxed up bananas, or these packaged orange segments. Wouldn't it be great if nature provided its own protection for fruit?
Huh.
Nothing could be worse than these individually wrapped jelly beans though. Just
Oh my gosh.
why?
Yes.
Cheesecake makes a
That's what I'm
delicious
saying.
dessert for birthdays and other
Who's buying an individually wrapped jelly bean? One for you, and one for you.
celebrations, but who could anticipate a sociopathic guest taking a nonsensical slice like this? There's still hope though, because some
That's
Redditors have
magical.
proposed ways to recover the precious dessert, but that monster is still at large. The cheesecake might be
probably
redeemable,
me.
but not much can be said for this poor cake. This scene of
That's
destruction
epic.
is so chaotic it's almost admirable.
Yeah, how did you get some of those pieces out without destroying the rest of the cake or the frosting around it? I might add. Like there's a little bit on this right-hand corner. You can see where they lifted it, but like look how perfect the flour is still. And like this, I don't know what this yellow thing is coming out from the sunflower on the bottom, but we'll imagine it like a sun ray or something. I don't know. But like, look how good the frosting still is. You can even make out some of the words, whatever that says on there. Not entirely sure. All right, let's go.
That anyone could successfully remove such specific metal pieces.
Yeah.
Still, I'd love to hear the
Precision.
motivations behind this soul-crushing act of violation. Home delivery services are hardly the most reliable thing in the world, but some people clearly have no regard for anyone but themselves. This hard-of-hearing homeowner left a very clear note to say they are in, but UPS went ahead and left a sorry we missed you slip anyway. Are you
Hold on a second. Working from home downstairs and out of here, and please ring the doorbell or yell, I am here.
to say they are in, but UPS
Couldn't
went
go that
ahead and
extra
left a
step,
sorry
huh?
we missed you slip anyway. Are you really
course they
sorry
did.
though? Standing in line isn't something most people enjoy, but sometimes there's just no way to
Excuse me,
avoid it.
sorry.
Unless you're this woman, apparently. Using the logic of the road by hoping someone is just going to let you cut in ahead is
Yeah, what are
hardly
you,
a surefire way to
merging?
start your journey on good terms with other passengers. Sometimes it seems like online influencers are just a different breed of human. After posing for an Instagram-worthy photo in front of a mural in an ice cream store, a fellow customer witnessed this foodie influencer disposing of the whole cone. And the
Ah,
worst part is, she apparently paid $7 for it too. It's no secret that people love to be lazy, but failing to take the time to
wasteful.
think things through can sometimes make you look like a total idiot. Take this person, for example, who returned a battery-operated cat toy claiming it broke after 30 minutes, without realizing the box literally mentions an automatic 30-minute shutoff setting.
Yeah, but why? It must have been like a through the mail thing or something. Because that couldn't have come in to a store or something. Like an employee. There's a lot of fails here. I'm just saying.
The box literally mentions an automatic 30-minute shutoff setting. Occasionally, we wish there were more ways to cut corners in life, and it can be frustrating when the clothes we want to wear aren't dry. But this guy learned the hard way that microwaving clothes doesn't quite work.
Oh my
I
gosh.
guess the symmetrical pattern could be passed off as part of the design, but the burning smell is probably a dead giveaway.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Observing the stupidity of others is a source of endless amusement, but I really do have to question how this girl took
Oh
3
my
full steps
gosh.
into wet cement before realizing her mistake. Wouldn't
Yeah,
it be
right?
helpful if, I don't know, there were 3 bright orange flags to prevent this from happening? If you're in any doubt about just how much people suck, take a look at this satellite view of SeaWorld in Orlando. The area circled in yellow is the car park, the red circle is a man-made lake used for paddle boating, and that tiny blue area? That would be the habitat where the orcas are kept. Do better, people.
Yup.
People can be total jerks for no reason. Just check out this terrible image of some totally idiotic parking. Not only has the car on the left illegally parked in the designated disabled bays, but they've parked so badly that the owner of the correctly parked car can't even access their
And
driver.
she even has the handicap sticker on the back of the car. Like, people.
Side. Speaking of parking lot drama, I would really like to know just how this person
Wow.
ended up in this sticky situation. Unless cars are suddenly falling
what-
from the sky, this took
Where
some
did you
serious
jump
skill.
from?
Never mind breaking in time, this person broke the laws of physics. People make questionable decisions sometimes, but who would truly consider this the most effective way to reseal cereal in the morning? Besides the fact that there's literally a bag inside the box, this method would require some serious strength. A certain etiquette is required when spending upwards of 9 hours traveling on a plane with strangers, and this kind
It's
of
all about
obnoxious
saving those extra
behavior
3 seconds.
definitely doesn't cut it. By the
Damn,
looks
those
of
are
it,
bright.
most passengers would have been trying to get 40 winks in this darkened cabin until this dude plugged these bad boys in.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of such flashy headphones anyway?
Oh.
Disappointment is an inevitable part of life, but can you imagine expecting to eat a delicious cheeseburger and receiving this instead? The worst part is that there's definitely cheese.
That's the sorriest excuse for a cheeseburger I have ever seen in my entire life. I would have rather them put no cheese than a slap in the face like that damn thing.
There, but it's just one single strip. Maybe next time try ordering the Cheeses burger for more.
The cheeses.
Protecting your personal belongings is important, but it's
Cheeses
probably
burger.
safe to say that the owner of this bike
Wow.
hasn't seen it since this photo was taken. It's
Probably.
admirable that someone even considered this method of bike locking to be theft-proof, but have they never lifted anything before? Some drivers love to test their luck by doing dangerous things on the road, but of all places to make an illegal U-turn, this was probably not the best.
Oh.
From going in the wrong direction to going nowhere at all anytime soon,
Yep, there
this
you
driver
go.
definitely deserved to have their prized vehicle
Probably all-wheel
stuck in
drive.
concrete. It's astounding how people can even end up in a situation like this one without realizing earlier that their SUV was quickly disappearing into the sand. It's almost as if they've never heard of the changing tides, and no amount of pushing and pulling is going to free that beast.
Like, yeah, no, the Mercedes
There's
will be
nothing
fine
wrong
when
with
the tide
this
comes
photo
in.
on
Just leave
first
it there.
glance,
Drive
and
it
at
out.
least recycling is being taken seriously. Or is it? It doesn't take a genius to realize that all the rubbish is going into the same bin bag, whether it's recyclable or not. Nice try, guys. Dyeing your own hair is a brave move, and
That's
there's
rough.
plenty that could go wrong. But this girl really took things to another level when she ended up
do you-
with the logo of British supermarket chain Asda on her head. The poor
How'd you
girl
do
tied
that?
the supermarket bag around her head to avoid dye going everywhere, and accidentally transferred the lime green logo onto her hair. Who
That's
knows?
epic.
Could be a new trend. Cooking isn't everyone's forte, but it takes a certain kind of person to mess up frozen pizza this badly.
What the hell is melted all over it? Why does it look like you put, like, wax figurines in there with it or something?
It turns out cutting boards aren't oven safe, but surely
Oh
the
my
smell of
gosh, you
burning
put the
plastic would be
whole
enough to warn you that something
cutting
wasn't
board in
quite
it?
right. Sometimes we seem to be in a total daze while carrying out daily tasks, but it's incredible just how oblivious some people can be. One bemused driver snapped this surprising photo of someone driving down the road with the gas pump still attached to their car. It's almost commendable. It's remarkable that this chandelier made it to the final stages of production without anybody raising concerns about its unconventional design. Something as elaborate as this surely costs a hefty sum of money, but who would really want to be greeted with this after walking into a house? Some people take prom proposals way too seriously, but no one has gone quite as far as this guy.
Oops.
Surely flowers in a card would suffice, but
what do you turn that into? Something, some tribal or something? I mean, there's at least options, I guess.
But at least it looks like she said yes. Design fails aren't few and far between, but this totally impractical gate is something really to be admired. I wonder how many people actually stop to use this rather than just slipping around the outside. And what was the logic behind closing off the middle of a field anyway? Stupid people come in all shapes and sizes. This one just happens to be microwave shaped.
What?
This bizarre humanoid is actually one member of YouTube sibling duo TGF Bros, who decided to cement his head inside a microwave for a video. The plan backfired when the prankster couldn't get unstuck and struggled to breathe, and firefighters had to free him. But what did you really expect?
Gosh, bro.
We've all been told that painting your...
Disclaimer. Don't do dumb things. End disclaimer. Shout out to Mr. Bean.
Yourself into a corner is a bad idea in life, but one woman took the phrase a little too literally when she ended up in this predicament. Some pre-planning would have been crucial before starting to polish this wood flooring, and I wonder if she waited in that spot for the rest to dry before making her escape.
Oh, man.
Which of these photos destroyed a little bit of your faith in humanity? And have you been guilty of anything like this before?
Well, definitely let me know what you guys thought about this one down in the comments below. Let me know where to go from here. If you enjoy this, please make sure you go check out the creator if you haven't already, if you didn't know about him. Yeah, they make awesome videos like this. There's a bunch of other ones. You can see terrifying swimming pools. You can see craziest Soviet machines you won't believe exist. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to check out, let me know. Make sure you check out one of the other videos that are currently floating around before you take off. And I'll catch you on the next one.